of course, a basketball. Then what else? How about this equipment? What is this? Yes, basketball backboard. Right, backboard. Then how about this? Basket, or we can call it a hoop. And this is the net of the basket. So, speaking of basketball, which person comes to your mind first? Which person comes to your mind first? Kobe Bryant. Yes, who else? Who else? Stephen Curry. I look at the picture. So, he is exactly the person we are going to talk about today, right? So, is there any fan of Curry in our class? Any boy who loves to play basketball? You are the fan of Curry?
The person should sit in this seat.
Okay, so can you give us more information about Stephen? Give us some basic information.
He's look like a child.
He looks like a child, maybe not that tall, right? Okay.
Just the face.
Okay. Baby face.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know which team does he play for? Okay, some face. So maybe some students are not so familiar with him, right? So in order to give you an impression, I prepared a short video. While watching it, please try to catch some keywords mentioned in the video. Okay? Now let's enjoy it together.
Steph is one of the most unique players that we've seen in the league. That's why he's changed.
The distance from which he can shoot running back up court before you get the mere mortals have no shot.
2 MVPs 3 times in a 4-year span.
Basically unguardable because of his handle.
The babyface assassin.
Best I've ever seen.
That's the greatest shooter.
The greatest shooter in the history of basketball.
Coming in.
Golden State Warriors select Stephen Curry, the 6'3" junior guard out of Davidson.
Curry is putting on a shooting show here.
Back-to-back titles, 3 in 4 years.
Curry from way downtown.
Okay, so what keywords did you catch? Best, greatest shooter. Good. How about you? What did you catch? Yes, baby-faced assassin. What else? The awards, right? 2 MVP, 3 titles. Okay, so look at this. Here are some keywords mentioned in the video. You can take a look to get a brief impression of this player, right? And then actually you can hear phrases like the greatest, the best, the most unique, repeating over and over again in the video. So what exactly made Stephen such a great success? And how or why could he be so widely recognized as the greatest shooter? Let's explore it together today, okay? So please take out your reading materials. First of all, I'd like you to go through the passage very quickly. Just take a brief look at each paragraph and tell me the answer to this question. How is the passage organized? Just brief look. Okay. So did you get the answer? The passage is organized in the order of... Could you please?
The passage is organized in the order of what he has experienced.
His experience, right? So maybe the passage follows how he walked through the road, right? So can you give me the specific term in the order of space or time? That's right, in the order of time. Now, could you please find out some time markers in the passage? Some phrases or words that can show us the change of time. Circle them out. Okay, just go through them very quickly. So the story of Stephen Curry starts from, how about you?
Sorry, sounds from a small town of
Yes, how about the time? Any time marker? Yes. Use the microphone. So it starts from the.
It starts from his childhood.
That's right. Starts from childhood and it moves to continue.
High school.
Great. High school. Okay, don't worry. Keep going.
And then he was in Davidson College.
College. Right. The time marker. College. After that.
After that, he was selected for the NBA in 2009.
2009. Another time.
In 2015.
Great. Thank you. So in 2009 and 2015, maybe we can conclude it as after entering the NBA, right? So we have worked out the timeline of his road. But do you think Stephen's road to success will be a very smooth one? Yes or no? Right. So this time, I would like you to go through the passage carefully. Okay, read it carefully and find out some details to show what challenges Stephen met, what efforts he made, and what achievements or improvements he got during these different periods of time. Okay, find out some details to fill in the table. Okay, now you have 3 minutes to finish the task. You can underline some keywords in the passage. up? Have you finished? Right. Let's first travel back to the childhood of Stephen and find out what happened. Right. Then how about the challenges? Could you please? Right. The challenges for Stephen.
Muddy basketball court, weak plastic backboard, bumps and rocks under the basket, and heavy thick basket.
Thank you. So these are the descriptions of the simple basket built by his grandfather, right? Then how about the NBA court? The author described the simple basket and also he described the professional courts in the NBA, right? So what are the details of this NBA court? Okay, could you please?
The NBA court has the bright light and shiny. 就是 NBA court is shiny.
Yes, bright lights and shiny, right? So according to the author, the simple basket is a far cry from the NBA courts. So based on the two pictures and based on these details and descriptions, can you tell us the meaning of this phrase? A far cry from.
It means when at the beginning, the player, the distance from the player and his dream of becoming a successful player is very tough and long.
Very long and very tough. So the court, maybe the simple basket, is a far cry from the professional course. So can you use another word to replace a far cry from? The two courts are very... Okay, you can think about it for... How about you? The two courts are... Can you use another word to change this phrase? Still a little bit difficult, right? Okay. Any clever mind? Any clever? Okay. You seems want to say something.
I think these two are very different.
That's right. Quite different from. Who can imagine an NBA superstar once played on such a muddy basketball court, right? And used such a simple basket. That's really different from the professional courts. Okay. Now, so what did Stephen do to overcome those challenges? What were his efforts? Could you please?
He practiced day in and day out.
His first, practice day in and day out. Use time and effort. What else? Any other verbs? Search for the verb in this passage, in this paragraph. How about your deskmate? Did you find another verb to show his efforts?
Adjust his own playing style.
That's right. Adjust. When you are facing difficulty, sometimes you need time, but you also need to adjust yourself according to the conditions, right? Then what were his achievements? What did he get after all these efforts? How about you?
He learned to be flexible and creative as a player.
So he got flexibility and
creativity.
But how? How could he get that from this old and simple basket?
Stephen spent many childhood hours playing on this muddy basketball court.
He spent a lot of time and effort. Then what's special about this old basket? Why could he learn to be flexible, right, by using this basket?
Because only shots perfectly aimed at the center went into the heavy, thick basket.
Because it's very limited, so you need to be creative to overcome some challenges.
Yes.
Then what else? What other achievements did he get?
He learned to have accurate shots.
Accurate shooting. Thank you. So the two skills are very important, right, for Stephen as a child. But have you sensed anything strange here? Do you think Stephen was born in a very poor family? Of course not. Are you kidding, right? His father, pay attention to it. His father is also a basketball player. Then why? And look at these pictures. Actually, Stephen had plenty of opportunities to play on very professional courts. Then why does the author mention this simple basket instead of those professional baskets at the beginning of the passage? Just to make you feel sorry about him? Of course not, right? Then what's the point? What's the purpose? Maybe you can exchange your ideas with your group members. Okay? Exchange your ideas about this question. And maybe you can think from the three aspects. The three questions may give you some inspirations. Now you can have your discussion. Show the difficulty, but actually he can play on very good chords. Right? You can look at the three questions to get some hints. Right? Who built it? Yes, so it may be. Right? And how about your group? What's your opinion?
To explain how bad the environment is.
How bad? But just like I said, do you think he's very poor? Actually not, right? So he could play at a very good environment, but why suggest this basket? Right, okay, keep discussing. Keep discussing. Try to find out more reasons. How about your group?
We think maybe it's kind of family
tradition.
Inherits.
Yes, inheritance.
Yes, and it means a lot to Stephen. And of course, with this special or simple basket, Stephen sharpened his skills, like more accurate.
Yes, that's right.
That's why he became a superstar now.
Good. So then I will invite you to share with us. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
How are you?
I think maybe it ignites his interest to basketball playing.
Okay, so this is maybe the beginning of his passion history. Thank you. Okay, now let's invite some students to express their opinions. Okay, how about you? I heard some very good opinions.
I think Stephen chose this basket because it's kind of a family inheritance.
Great,
and
family inheritance. Why?
I mean, his grandfather built this, and his father practices his skills with the basket, and this means the basket very meaningful to Stephen. And also with this basket, Stephen sharpens his skills, and that's you can see that he got accurate shooting skills, and that's why I think he became a superstar right now.
Yes, it contributes to Stephen's skills. Right? Do you know Curry's position in his basketball team? Do you know his position?
I thought he's a shooting guard or a point guard.
That's right. He is the point guard of the team, which means he needs to handle the ball, he needs to pass the ball, and sometimes control the game. He needs to adjust his strategies and cooperate with his teammates, which requires great flexibility and creativity. Yes. So that's why this simple basket is so different from other professional courts. Okay, is that all? Thank you. Any other brilliant ideas? So we solved the first two problems, like who built the basket and how did it contribute to his skills? Any other ideas? For this school?
I think it's at the beginning of his career life, or it ignites his interest in basketball playing. Yeah.
I like this word, ignite. Right? Ignite his passion, ignite his dream, his love. So let's look at this. Right? Look at this picture. Look at this graph. The author put the simple basket at the beginning of this passage, maybe because it is symbolized. It stands for the beginning of his road to success. Right? Do you think so? Okay, so we solve this problem, and let's continue the journey. What happened later? After Stephen went to high school and college, what were the challenges? Okay. Yes? Do you want to say something?
Yes, he was considered to be too short, too thin, and too weak to play basketball.
Okay. She was considered to be too thin, too short, too weak. So we can conclude it as the physical disadvantages. Do you think so? Right. Physical weaknesses or disadvantages. Then what else? Was this just the only challenge for him? Look at the first sentence. It has more information to offer. Look at the first sentence.
He had pressure from his father's successful career because maybe others expected him to be successful.
Great. Because his father was so successful, so others may have high expectations. There is constant comparison between him and his father. Right? Then how about this? He was thought by many people to be too weak, so he need to face people's. Any words? Face people's. Can you give me the word? Thank you. Misunderstanding. That's right. Misunderstanding or people's doubts. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your two. And then he didn't give up. Right? He carried on. So what was his achievement? Yes. What was his achievement?
His creativity and
perseverance. Yes?
Perseverance made his Davison's star player.
Star player. Right, he became a star player at the college. So you see, actually, as the saying goes, the gold will glitter sooner or later. As long as you have the talent, you will glitter. Right? And then let the achievements continue. What did he achieve after entering the NBA? Right. Continue to find his achievement. How about this group? Yes?
I think his challenges is
the achievements.
The achievements is he won the first NBA championship in 2015, and he has two-time MVP.
Yes, two-time NBA MVP. That is a huge success for any professional player, right? Then, according to the author, what made Stephen so successful? Right, we know what he got. What were his achievements? Then what made him so successful? According to the author. Yes?
I think the author said through self-belief, hard work, perseverance, and some help from the old hoop, he has shown that anything is possible.
Yes, so the 4 reasons, right? By the way, do you know what's the meaning of perseverance?
That means you persist to do it
Yes.
And,
Even though
there is many difficulties.
that's right. You continue to do something in spite of those challenges and difficulties. So that was Stephen's quality. Thank you. The author just put the 4 reasons at the end of the passage without explaining them, right? So here, I want you to do this job. Explain the 4 reasons with supporting details. Now, go back to the passage and find out some supporting details to prove the 4 reasons, to show why Stephen could be so successful. Now, go back to the passage and find out some details. Yes, you can underline some sentences or information and then put the reason besides it. Okay, so which one would you like to prove? Or what evidence do you find? How about this group? Yes, could you please? Which one would you pick?
Maybe hard work.
Yes, you want to prove he is hardworking. Then what is the evidence?
He practiced day in and day out in her childhood.
Yes, so he practiced day in and day out. Any other evidence? Did he show this quality during his high school?
He practiced continuously.
Yes, even though there are many doubts, right? So he didn't give up, he continued. Then how about the other 3 reasons? Okay.
Maybe the perseverance.
Perseverance. Okay, you want to show us he is persevered. Then what's the reason?
During his high school, even he was sought by many people, but he still carried on.
Yes?
Playing basketball was his dream.
He didn't give up his dream. Yeah, so he continued. He persisted in his dream. Thank you. Now, let's move on.
Stephen Curry is a self-belief person because although there were many doubts, like he was too short, too thin, too weak to play basketball, he still carried on and never give up.
That's right.
I also noticed that in his words there comes a sentences that what I wanted to do was just be myself. I think the sentences that let me feel his confidence to himself.
That's right. Thank you. You found a lot of evidence and you gather those information together, right? So from one aspect, he didn't give up. He believed in himself even though there are many doubts, right? Then on the other hand, his philosophy tells us that he actually just wants to be himself. So he's very confident. Then how about the last one? Some help from an old hoop. What help? Okay, could you please?
In his childhood, through the help from the old hoop, he learned to be creative and flexible, which helps him a lot during his high school.
Yes, you get the point, right? Stephen believes in himself, and he works very hard. But so do many other professional players, right? They also are very hardworking. It is the help from the old hoop that makes Stephen stand out. Okay, so the 4 reasons combining together makes Stephen Curry a success, according to the author. Right? Now let's focus on Stephen's philosophy, his speech, and now let's find out what was Stephen's secret of success. According to himself, what made him so successful? What got him here? Yes, the boy on the back. How about you? According to Stephen himself, yes? According to himself, what made him so successful? What did he do?
He think that's because he continue to get better every single day.
Continue to get better every single day. Okay, you focus on the last paragraph, last sentence, right? What else? Any other efforts? How can he become better every single day? Or what got him here?
What I wanted to do was just be myself.
He chose to be himself. He didn't change his goal. Thank you. So we have found some reasons behind Stephen's speech. Right, first, I get to be better every single day by putting in the time and work. Right. So pay attention to this information. Put in the time and the work. Now I'd like to draw your attention to the first 2 sentences also mentioned by this boy, right? I never set out to change the game. What game is it?
I think it's the result or the point of the game.
The point of the game. Okay, so please. I never set out to change the game. Actually, this is a phrase, okay? Change the game means make some revolution, make a big progress in this field. Now, what I wanted to do was just be myself. So what does this sentence tell you? What was Stephen's intention of choosing the road? Why did he choose to play basketball at the beginning? Any thoughts? Please. Why did Stephen choose the road? What was his purpose? Did he play basketball? Did he know that this is the road to success?
Just because his love.
That's right. So maybe he chose the road for love. Yes, for love, for playing basketball is his dream. That's right. So maybe for us, this is the road to success. But for Stephen himself, this is just the road to dream or love or passion. Right? That is very simple for him. Okay, thank you. Now let's get back to the chart. Anything missing here? So we know Stephen right now is very successful, right? Then does that mean the end of his challenges? Of course not. Then what might the challenges be for Stefan right now at the current stage? Right. He is a very successful player. What might the challenges be for him? Yes? Do you want to say something?
It might be other excellent players who he had to compete with.
Okay, so he needs to face the pressure to win every game. Right? Sometimes your competitors are too strong, so you need to face the... If you cannot win the game, so you need to face the failures. What else? Anyone to add something? What else did Stefan need to face? How about this girl?
Maybe some negative views on him.
Again, the public doubts or some high expectations. Okay. Then what might the challenges be for an athlete or a professional player? Yes? Could you please?
I think maybe injuries and disease are what's hindering him from success and fulfilling his full potential.
That's right. Look at this picture. Injuries. You mentioned it. Injuries, failures, and questions, doubts. So it seems that this is not the end of his road to success, right? The journey will continue, and maybe it will accompany him the whole life. The road will continue. Now, based on what we have learned today, can you complete the sentence? Right? Based on your own understanding or what we have learned about Stefan today, complete the sentence. Okay? Here is one possible version for you. And I'd like to hear more. Now you can complete the sentence and share it with your deskmate or your group members. Make it a very general idea, right? Not just his way. The road to success is one's passion. Can you show me your version? It's a road to be yourself. Great. Okay, let me just invite one student to share with us since our time is limited. Okay, anyone wants to share with us? Anyone? If you think your idea is very brilliant. Okay, how are you? Yes.
Maybe the road to success is self-confidence and perseverance and practice.
Okay, you used some keywords here. That's very good, right? The road to success is achieved through self-belief, perseverance, and hard work, right? And practice. Thank you. Okay, so maybe you can continue to finish your own version of this sentence, right? Because your version of this sentence actually reflects how you think about this question, right? How you understand the road to success. And here's my version. I also want to share with you. The road to success is not a very smooth one, right? It's filled with twists and turns. So sometimes can be very hard and challenging. It is actually a never-ending journey of self-improvement. I know right now you are also on your road to success, right? So sometimes you have to face challenges and difficulties, but do not lose your self-confidence, hard work, and perseverance. And remember that success is a journey, right? Not a destination. So enjoy your 3 years journey. That's all for today. And for your assignment, you can watch the documentary of Stephen Curry online to explore more about him. And you can also do a research, a favorite, and write an article about his or her road to success. Maybe by using the challenges, achievements, and efforts he made or he got. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you.